Is Kyogre one of the best cards ever printed because it's taken back-to-back regional championships, interestingly enough both by Canadian players. The first one was the Pittsburgh Regional Championships won by Andrew Estrada, and now most recently Raymond Long has won the Peoria Regional Championships. The two lists are very similar in terms of trainer cards, but they both took different approaches in terms of attackers. Andrew is playing the more typical turbo style attackers with the Raikou with the Dragonite, but Raymond is something completely different with Zamazenta, and like the biggest knock on this Zamazenta build has been not having V attackers means you're not quite as aggressive early on because you don't have like Dragonite to 250 as early as turn 1, and you also don't have the synergy with Forest Seal Stone, so you can't ramp your Lost Zone quite as fast. But Raymond did something very smart and put Pidgeot in his list, so now you can actually use Forest Seal Stone on that Pidgeot to go ahead and find Lost Vacuum, find Colress, and then just throw the Pidgeot back into the deck so you can just stay as a true single price deck and not have to worry about having some easy 2-price bench sitter. And I think Zamazenta was really the ultimate call for the weekend. It was great because a lot of people were playing Miraidon in Chien-Pao to kind of like Lugia and Charizard, and Zamazenta really is the perfect attacker for that matchup. But this deck is a Super Galaxy Big Brain, and yours truly is not. So, let's see if a noob like me can be able to pick up this Kyogre deck and do well with it. This deck has such an amazing skill ceiling, like the amount of plays you can do, the amount of comeback potential it has. But on the of course that doesn't just come super easy. We have to really put a lot of brain power into this one particular archetype. We actually opened our one of Pidgeot with the Forest Seal Stone and with a Colress with a Nest Ball. So looking to be a pretty good start. And like that's what I like about this build, because I like Zamazenta. I like Kyogre. Just that pairing never really worked for me because I didn't play the Pidgeot. I didn't play the Forest Seal Stone. So you're just like so much more sluggish getting to 7, getting to 10. But you don't have that issue anymore. Like the one thing about this build is we're like not quite as like aggressive early on. Our biggest attack is reliant on our opponent hitting us first. So we can't just go in with a Dragonite and pop a 250 out of nowhere, right? I do feel like Zamazenta is like a really insane attacker in this current metagame. Is able to trade super well with all sorts of different attackers. We're up against a Chien-Pao deck. They got the PokéStop going, so they're setting up quite nicely. So this like really probably is not a matchup we want to be using Kyogre in, most likely. But Zamazenta is a pretty nice attacker. We did prize the Radiant Greninja. I think I'm gonna just go for a Comfey and Cramorant. They're pretty painful prize cards. And we prized a Water Energy and a Psychic. So gotta be careful lost setting those. We have the Rod in hands. It's a bit. Wait, is this okay? Hisuian's in there. I would have been pretty tilted if the Hisuian was prized as well. We might just be using Forest Seal Stone too. I don't really know what sequence is like optimal there. Like, okay, Roxanne's like all these cards are really good. I feel like I can Lost Zone. I'm not gonna have access to any Greninja. I really don't need Water Energy, and I'm probably not using Kyogre this game. I want to keep my one of Roxanne though. Like Roxanne just seems like a super good card in this matchup. So let's go ahead and hit the PokéStop now. Okay. All right, that was pretty good. So then I'm going to let's just go ahead and attach Retreat first. Sequencing this deck is like really awkward sometimes, so I just kind of have to figure out how I want to do this. I need to get a Forest Sealed first. Bruh, this is a tough one. I think I have to take the Zamazenta. Like otherwise I'm just like not doing anything. I don't want it to sit like this though. Maybe I go like Forest Seal on the Pidgeot, go ahead and find like Comfey and a I had a Manaphy right there. Or do I just hold that? No, I have to go wider this turn. It's not like the end of the world if we get something knocked out. I just like need to work on building up my bench, just doing Cramorant for the pressure. We don't have Pretty Greninja to actually help us get more cards, so guess we'll just be doing this. We can at least see a couple more cards off of Flower selecting. I think I'm taking the Psychic Energy since we probably won't be using Kyogre this game. I'll bench the Manaphy. I'm not going to use Vanishing Wings because I'm like not really too concerned about my opponents knocking out this Pidgeot on turn 2. I gotta keep the Forest Seal Stone in play for the Vacuum synergy, and also I just don't put 2 bad cards back into my deck. But very awkward first turn. Prizing Cramorant and prizing Radiant Greninja, just like really, and also having to lost on a Colress just to keep our best attacker. Like that will happen time to time from Lost Box, but like I feel like without Radiant Greninja, without Cram, just like ditching Zamazenta like feels really bad. But also like a 110 punch would have been pretty nice early here. We still have 4 in the Lost Zone, so we're like not like we're in a good spot to get to gate next turn as long as we can find a Colress. I'm just like scared of just like pressing PokéStop and like milling one of my 2 remaining Colress. Oh, if they have like the Cross Cologne turn 2, then there's not a whole lot we can do. Alright, they did discard 1 Barrel, so potentially Lost Mine plus Roxanne could be a vehicle to get back into this game. There's an Ultra Ball. It's probably getting them Barrel or maybe another PAL. It looks like they're going to be going for a Barrel. They do only have 1 Excalibur in play. Now that this list does not play boss, but we could use like put 4. It is whiff attack, so that's pretty big. Find Artazon. That doesn't really help. Let's just go ahead and hit PokéStop first. Well, I don't really know what the correct sequencing is. Like I get the information off of PokéStop here, but also just like I kind of want. I'm like really just terrified of milling a Colress. So we did make the right call. I guess we did lost a Metal Energy, which is just not awesome. Okay, Sableye is good. Psychic Energy is good. I think I want Echoing Horn. I don't really need the other 2 cards. Now we hit PokéStop. We're up to 7, so there is an outside shot we can get there. We need to find our one of Lost Vacuum though. We have another switching card. Milled the Sableye. Okay, let's get to let's get up to 8. We swing with the Flight Surf. It sucks, but I don't think we'll be needing Kyogre. Yeah, we probably don't need Kyogre. Like with no boss in this list, Kyogre is pretty good. I could be throwing. I'm very inexperienced with this list, so I'm sure it's going to show in this video. Let's just hard retreat here. I want to keep 1 of each energy in hand so I can do either one next turn. Let's flower selecting to get up to 9. Is that right? Yeah, get up to 9. Go and grab the other Super Rod. And I think I'll just pass. Like I'll chuck the Pidgeot back in now, since we're already basically up to 10. I can bench the Zamazenta, I think, just in case of an Iono. I don't really want to play Gate, though, and have it get bossed up. If they want to go, like... Yeah, they're, like... PAL doesn't play Lost City anymore, so there's not really... Like, if I'm using switchers to KO Zamazenta, that's fine. So we have... Like, we can go for Lost Mine next turn. It, like, sucks we don't have Crams. Like, I guess they're... I could have gone, like, double Gate Retaliate for 200. I don't think that's worth it. So they're going to probably get the... Cross Cologne play and take 2 prizes this turn, get Manaphy stranded in the active spot. All very annoying for sure. So there's a cross switchers going to pull up Manaphy, and then they're gonna there's the canceling Cologne. I still kept Kyogre around because there's like there's Friggy hitting the board. Dang. So how are we going to approach this next turn? Because I thought about going like 7 or 1 with a Sableye, but getting down the second Friggy kind of makes that a little less good. I'm still probably announcing Lost Mine. But what are we going for? So probably, I assume carrying both Comfey is like probably like carrying Manaphy early doesn't really do a whole lot, especially with how big my hand is. Like I'm probably going to rod anyway just to play a Gate. So yeah, I'm going to KO both of those Comfeys. Okay. So I could go. You just KO a barrel. That'd be pretty spicy. A great top deck of the Switch Cart. So let's go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and use flower selecting. Okay. I don't really want these more. I don't want to lose any more energies. Because now it'll be 3 energies in the Lost Zone. But also, like, having no ball surge cards for the rest of the game is pretty tough. So I guess this means PokéStop. I guess that means a whole lot of nothing. This is very awkward. So I think I'd go ahead and bench Sableye, play Super Rod. So I can my own Sableye and then one of each energy. Because I got the Psychic's Prize, so like I can't do some crazy stuff with the gate. So let's just do that and do that. So I have the other gate in deck. I do. I have 10 in the Lost Zone, so we'll go here, do this here. I think I want to just like KO the barrel this turn. I think I just like reattach energy to Comfey. Sableye is kind of going to be the main attacker at this point. So I'm going to KO the barrel to try to slow them down. So the next turn I can drop Roxanne. I guess like maybe there's like I can go 7. Like the math doesn't really check out, so I'm just gonna KO the barrel, and then maybe I follow up with I can go Roxanne plus KO Manaphy after that, and maybe that like sets things up for 4 prize Aqua Storm. It's like one of the most important things with these Lost Box decks, especially Kyogre, is just planning ahead. So I'm killing the barrel this turn so I can play Roxanne. And just, that's, I mean, Chin PAL already has a tough enough time dealing with, working with the cards that they have early on, but like now we get to put them down to 2, so they're not going to have a whole lot to work with. They can't refill their hand with the barrel. It's like really tough to bench Bidoof now that I'm up to 6 in the Lost. I was like hoping they would mill a Chin PAL. Okay, probably going to set up the next Baxcalibur. That is really good for them. So yeah, and then like Roxanne's gonna like probably shut the door on any sort of like a second cross Cologne play. Aren't they down like 3 Iridas? So we know they have 1 Switcher in hand. We know that they have a Superior, right? Like didn't they PokéStop out a Superior earlier? So next turn, like even if they're knocking, like if they knock out with Chin PAL, I go with Zamazenta and take 2 prizes. Okay, they actually discard Super Rod. So we know one of those cards in hand is Switchers. So they can't have the Cross Cologne play unless they draw like absolutely an insane 2 cards off this Concealed. I'm sorry if my voice sounds like really bad. I'm like feeling kind of sick. So I'm like still trying to power through and get the content up, but that's not easy over here. So I see, like they're kind of in an awkward spot. Like attacking with Moonlight Shuriken is objectively like wasteful resource wise, but like you don't want to bring up Chin PAL when you see Zamazenta just lurking. So they go for that Radiant Greninja knockout. I'm just gonna KO Manaphy. I feel like Artazon gets on Sableye. Then we can go KO Manaphy. Ooh, Rope actually is pretty nasty. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just go in and get the Sableye down so I don't have like any potentially disastrous flower selecting. I actually don't hate the Rope because like they don't really like they just go into Manaphy. And then I could just like leave Manaphy. Like that's not the worst, you know? That's just flower selecting. I don't need Vacuum at this point. We are very far removed from Vacuum being good. I'm gonna play the Rope. Let's see if they give it, like they probably should promote Manaphy. Because if they give me the the Chin PAL, I go Gate Knockout. Baxcalibur is difficult to move, and then they're not using Shivery Chill next turn, so they probably should give me the Manaphy, which they do. But now I can save the retreat for later. Not be super reliant on finding a switching card. I don't want to bench Kyogre and show the sauce yet. But now I could Echoing Horn down Bidoof and take a like go multi-prize knockout. I don't hate that. Just like sticking this Manaphy. They're down 8 energies. Like if they're gonna have 2 cards to work with. So let's Alright, we're gonna... This could be way overcomplicating things, but I can take this prize here. Still gonna prize this turn. We finally found Hisuian Heavy Ball, which can get me Radiant Greninja. And yeah, Psychic Energy would be pretty nice too. I'll just go ahead and use the concealed cards, just get even closer to the bottom, get more energies into the discard pile. I think I can just get rid of metal, honestly. But yeah, we got plenty of energies left. So I'll go 6 to KO the Bidoof. So then if I put 6 on Manaphy, I'm like still like not in like double KO. But then okay. Let's put 6 on Bidoof and 6 on Manaphy. Like now they can't really bench anybody else, or anything that they bench has to be below 110 HP. There's gonna have to like a really nice combo of cards to get to retrieve this turn and attack. With 8 energies totally, 8 energies in total committed means they don't have too many left. Iona does definitely suck. They drew like their only draw supporter remaining off the Roxanne, but they still have are not in a great spot. They did not find superior energy retrieval. Milled the other Chin Pal. Oh, we will use Echoing. So that's not, of course, after we use the Echoing. There goes Chin Pal. But if they whip attack this turn, we are fine. Like they're one super rod's gone. Yeah, they just whiff attack. That is insane. So let's just go ahead and use concealed cards. I don't really want to hit the PokéStop. I don't think I need to. I can just go knockout. And then I still have 11 counters left to play with. So let's go ahead and do this. We're always putting 1 here. Like I can put 130 here to like set up like a Moonlight Shuriken. Well, no, I can't put 130. Like what am I talking about? Okay. I can't go like 70-70. I think I always should put like 2 here so I can go spit. I'll put 2 here just so I need 1 less energy off Kyogre. And then I have 70 remaining. So then I can put this... No, I probably... Okay, probably what I should have done. But now this can get knocked up by Moonlight. Probably should have gone 7-4 on the remaining ones so I could go Moonlight Shuriken for 2 prizes. But it's okay. Could be wasting damage counters here, but it's fine. So we did KO the Manaphy. Just I didn't want to just sit back for another turn because you know likelihood they would have access to superior. So yeah, we just can't necessarily win the game next turn. Do we ever go for like Aqua Storm, KO both of these guys? They super rod. They play second rod. That's really good for them. Shivery Cho. They're gonna try to hit it off of a conceal card. They didn't PokéStop first though, so didn't thin anything out. Oh, well, they had Nest Ball in hand. Well, this is not good. I used the Roxanne. They can go down to 2 prizes. So yeah, unfortunate that they drew so well off that Roxanne. Yeah, I probably should have used my damage counters a bit. Probably wasn't the wisest way to go about those. Okay. But they're not attacking just yet. They still have, I guess they still have like probably 2 or 3 superiors. Alright, that's Hailblade for the knockout. I think I'd probably just go Lost Mine and KO Radiant Greninja. And with 2 rods down, they probably can't reuse it. And then like then they're left attacking with backs, I guess. This is gonna be a pretty close finish, honestly. But I think I have to go Lost Mine and KO Frog, or I'm just like not winning. Like I mean, they might already have the Cross Cologne in hands. Oh wait, there's pull back 4 energies. They don't have it yet. They're loading up everyone. Hailblade, I assume 1 off the active, and then both off the active. I'm just gonna go Lost Mine KO Frog. They're on both super rods. I'm assuming they're like lining things up next turn for that place. I probably just should have put them all in the Greninja so I could go take 2 prizes with this. But it's okay. I have to Super Rod first, though, because, I sequenced so well with my, I got rid of all my Nest Balls, so I just need Sableye Psychic Energy. I guess I will put back in the other Sableye too. Why not? If worse comes to worse, we can use Gate. Let's just go Colress. That's good. I want to keep the second Recycler for Kyogre. Well, no, Kyogre's just not going to matter at this point. Kyogre is absolutely not a factor, but Escape Rope could be, and Super Rod is probably good. So let's do that. I don't want to have to use the Mirage Gate if I don't need to. Excellent. So let's go ahead and drop Sableye. We'll put down the Psychic Energy. I'm just going to put the Forest Seal Stone on the Radiant Greninja. I never want to redraw that card. I will retreat. Like, they might not have another Iono, it's just still I don't ever want to redraw that card. And then we'll go Lost Mine, and we'll just put 110 there. And we have 10 damage counters left. I suppose we'll put it on the Manaphy just so they can't drop like a Friggy to Thin or something. Yeah. So now they're like in a weird spot. Like maybe they have to like swing with like backs next turn, but they have a Chien-Pao with 0 energy on. I think they like assumed I was gonna go back into Zamazenta, but I'm not about to let them close out this game with Radiant Greninja. That is just not happening. PokéStop getting hit this late in the game. Pretty busted PokéStop. But they shouldn't be playing 3 Rods or a Claw or any sort of way to recover this guy. There's a Superior. I guess they can go back into Baxcalibur and attack. Like, that's pretty awkward. They do have to spend 4 energies to do it, but they get the 2 Prizer out. Is that the last of their energies? Could be. Dang, this has become a crazy war of attrition game. Maybe I would have spent my counters better. Like, if I put them all on a Chien-Pao or something. There is Cross Switchers. There's Zamazenta. Aha. I don't have energy attached to it, though, so it can't live. That's so tragic. Yeah, we should have gave the energy onto it. Not that it matters. Like, Bax just knocks out Radiant Greninja then at that point. Okay, Buster Tail. Like, I knock out back, but then, like, this guy just comes in. So, what's the plan? Like, I don't have Iono or Roxanne. We already used that. They drew out of it immediately. This is very, very awkward. I think I just play Rope. And, yeah, I know he didn't bother selecting. I'm waiting. It's the other backs. Like, we know they have energies in hand. Like, that's what kind of sucks. But do they have enough energies in hand where if I go Zamazenta knockout, do you have enough to close out? I mean, they still have boss's orders somewhere. Maybe I should alright, let's just hit this. I should have a card left in there? Oh, no, I don't have anything. I'm a noob. Well, I think we've lost this game then. Yeah. Having the second rod to get back Manaphy, I guess I just didn't see that coming, I guess. So, you know, I don't have any energies left. So, yeah, well played by me. Very well played. So, let's go Lost Mine. Let's go knock out Manaphy. If I would have managed the counters correctly, I put like 9 on Chien-Pao. Yeah, I put all 10 counters that I just threw around the board on the Chien-Pao. I'd have this game won. So yeah, there's that. So hopefully this illustrates not only how powerful this deck can be with like how many options we have, but also how difficult this deck is, because like there's sometimes too much of a good thing is a bad thing, you know? Yeah, my hook can just Buster Tail again. Just, yeah, we wasted too much damage, and something like Sableye, you can't really afford to do that. So yeah, I hope this illustrated about how hard this deck to play is, and if you're an absolute noob like me, maybe it's not worth your time.